streaming in. Let me tell you more about what we do. But before we do that, let me launch a poll. Is this your first time with us? Get everybody to, please everybody to update the poll, you know, to let us know if you're first time here. Okay, great. So I do see there are people who are first time here. So let me tell you more about what we do. We have a daily webinar where Jin will be walking you through his thoughts and ideas for a very specific currency for each day. Monday, we have Aussie and New Zealand. Tuesday, we have Euro. Wednesday, we have the pound. Thursday, got the yen and gold. And Friday, we have the Canadian dollar and oil. So we have so today it's Wednesday. So Wednesday, we will be doing pound. So Jin will be, so this webinar is going to be very beneficial to all the long-term investors and short-term traders like us. During this session, Jin will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, highlight potential targets and risk. Of course, and a disclaimer, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation, but solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades at all. So I'm Daniel. For everybody first new here, my name is Daniel. I'm known Jin for many years, first as a student in LCMS Traders and now as a business partner in Forex Briefcase. Jin runs LCMS Traders and Forex Briefcase as a trading coach and $1 million trader, where Jin now trades an AUM of more than $9 million on a daily basis. What this means is he trades and was also invited to speak on many stages globally. So while we're going to get started, I'm going to do one more poll. I hope everybody can help here. Is do let us know how do you get to know us and how do you join here. Let me launch this poll right now. Okay, everybody do fill up the poll and let us know. Okay, so again, if you have friends and families who actually trade Forex, trade Forex, do ask them to join in this 11 a.m. currency call. It's going to be very beneficial to them as well before we get started every day when they trade Forex. Okay, so great. I have people sharing friends. Thank you very much. LCMS Traders Club, Telegram, Facebook Live. It's good. Okay, so let's not delay anymore. Let's all hear Jin talking about pound today. Jin, all yours.
Okay, hello everyone, good morning. So today I'll be doing the pound US dollar in addition to, I'll be doing the New Zealand dollar in addition to the pound because we just had the news from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. So I'll just touch on that as well. But before that, I've got some questions here on the Zoom chat, asking about our trades hitting stop loss, whether it's too much fundamentals. Just checking Andrew and iPhone, I don't know who's iPhone. If you guys mean the signals, if you're referring to the signals, then you definitely need to jump on to LCMS Traders Club, where they walk you through the analysis behind why we jump into any trades, especially for the signals, how to look at it, whether it's too late to enter the trades, the fundamentals behind those trades, the directions, and where to put your stop loss. Main thing is, if you are just looking at the signals, it will sometimes be a little bit too late unless you are looking at it on LCMS Traders Club. We get it a little bit earlier, but that said, signals are never going to always make money. No trades are always going to make money. Do be careful when you're jumping to any trades, whether signals or through this currency analysis or even on your own trading analysis as well. Okay, so with that said, I mentioned Traders Club a little bit. Let me just show you more about Traders Club here. Okay, no, that's not Traders Club. This is Traders Club. Okay, so LCMS Traders Club, on Facebook, come join us here, search LCMS Traders Club. It is $49 a month to join, or $199 a year. I know that you will refer, I'm assuming that you're referring to this one, buy Aussie, stop loss, take profit levels. and it did hit stop loss here. So there is analysis behind why we're looking at those trades. For example, in this case, that's quite close to the resistance. So it did move up a little bit, or it's just sat there. Trades that you have to monitor and have to take be aware of, okay? But with that said, there are also other trades, I think, for example, the Euro Yen that has been moving up, hitting TP1, 2, and 3. So as much as you could be losing a Aussie trade at 30 pips, you could also be jumping into the Euro Yen and making 60 pips there. Net, you're still up 30 pips. Okay, so remember, with all that said, balance your risk profile. Manage your trade sizing, and try and follow what we're telling you here on LCMS Traders Club with the reasons behind why you want to hold on to a trade or why you want to get out of a trade as well. So it's all there. The signal analysis, the signal guidance is all there on LCMS Traders Club. Tonight we actually have a coaching session at 8:30. So Traders Club members, remember 8:30 tonight. Daniel will be talking about candlestick patterns / price action, one of the price action candles. Okay, so I think it's engulfing if I'm not wrong. So make sure you turn up for that 8:30. It is not a 9 o'clock call, 8:30 tonight. With that said, we also have other sessions, the weekly calls on Monday nights that we do, guiding you through looking at trades, looking for trade identification, all that kind of stuff, guiding you through your overall trading journey. If you're serious about trading, make sure you join LCMS Traders Club. With that advertisement out of the way, let's look at the news here. At 10 o'clock, we just had the New Zealand official cash rate, keeping it at 0.25%. But if you cast your mind back to Monday morning when I was talking about this news here, I said that we're likely to see New Zealand dollar climb up, if there were no surprises coming from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. But what actually happened was they actually boosted the asset purchase program to 100 billion. Okay, so they actually increased purchasing to 100 billion, which means that they're pushing more supply of New Zealand dollar into the market. As supply increases, what's likely to happen? New Zealand dollar was more likely to drop, because supply increased, price will drop. So that's one of the reasons why we saw New Zealand dollar drop below the let me just check the price, below the 6590 level. Okay, it just plummeted from there. Actually, it went below 6564 level. The other reason was they also said that that negative rates could be quite effective, could be effective. So with that said, they're also saying that they might come into negative rates, and if Reserve Bank of New Zealand does introduce negative rates, then we are going to actually see further weakening of the New Zealand dollar as well. So two big surprises coming from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand this morning. Right now, they're actually having that press conference. We're not watching the press conference too much because we already know what they are saying in the statements in terms of printing more money, and also in terms of possible, not saying that it's going to happen, possible negative rates in the future coming from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. Okay, so with that said, we are still going to focus on the pound US dollar today. Pound US dollar GDP month on month, looking at a good increase on a month to month, but the quarter on quarter, I'm going to pay a bit more attention to quarter on quarter, because that's a bigger time frame, a longer time frame, going from -2% to -20%. So we're likely to see quite a bad news coming from the pound, coming from the UK in terms of their GDP number. With that said, if it does come out at close to -20%, or even minus 18 to minus 20 something percent, we're going to see that pound US dollar come lower, possibly with a little bit more volatility, because the month to month number is probably going to be positive. So you're going to see that short term spike up and then come back down again. That volatility during the 2 o'clock period might move prices quite a bit. So be a bit more careful if you're going to be jumping into the pound US dollar during that period at 2 o'clock. Tonight, 8:30, there's also going to be a US CPI number. CPI is an inflationary indicator. Previously, it was 0.6%, expected to be 0.3. At this point, I don't think that it's going to move prices that much. If it does come out at 0.3, 0. Maybe even 0.2%, it's not going to move prices that much, because it's probably a little bit more priced in already. We haven't seen very good news coming from the US in the overall scheme of things. So I wouldn't be too eager to jump into any trades unless you really see that surprise coming from the CPI numbers and you see prices really start jumping. Then you see the charts, whether it's breaking any of the particular resistance or support levels. Okay. In terms of the pound US dollar, nothing much else coming from on Thursday or on Friday. So it seems like it's probably going to be quite straightforward for the pound US dollar. Let's look at the charts and find some key levels to jump into. All right, so looking at the charts here, pound US dollar on the H4 time frame is sitting at the 1.30 level, 1.3027 level. At this point, I think that I'm going to put in this line here just to make it a bit easier for you to see. It is at a nice support level at this point of 1.3015. Too close. It's too close to this support level to do anything right now. I would think that we'll probably look to see, with that bad news, potential bad news coming from the pound GDP numbers, we could see the pound dollar break a lot lower. If it does close below 1.3014, we could see it come down significantly, to even maybe towards the 1.2828 level. We're revisiting levels that we haven't since late July, or even late July. So if it does break this 1.3014 level, keep your stops quite tight. 30, 40 pips stop loss. You could be looking at a good 140, 150 pip take profit. 1:5 even, okay? So quite a good risk reward here, very good risk reward here. On the downside, if you do see that bad news coming from the pound US dollar, somebody just sent me a private message here asking whether they should be putting in any pending orders. At this point, you might, but you probably want to manage that a little bit. You could put in a pending order below 1.3, then put your stop loss there, your take profits lower. If the news does come out bad, we could see a very big trade dropping down towards the 1.2828 level. Is there upside? There is probably an upside if we don't see that bad number coming from the UK. Most likely we are going to see the number. If there's an upside, I wouldn't be too keen on it. You're looking at a 40 pip stop loss for a 70 pip take profit. It is still close to a 1:2, but I've been saying this, I think, quite a few times already. Everything seems a little bit toppish right now. The pound US dollar had been sitting at this 1.3150 level and struggled to break a lot higher. So if it does go up, I'm probably going to be a little bit uninterested. I'm probably at this point going to be a little bit more interested in a pound US dollar heading lower. Okay. Thanks, iPhone. Took many trades according to my analysis. Won most of the time, but signal is too late. yeah, you know, with trading, so long as you win most of the time, you can't win all the time. So I do appreciate that. Yes, we do look at it. We do win most of the time. Tracy just asked, can we look at pound yen? Tracy, I do normally look at pound yen tomorrow when we look at the yen pairs, but because you asked, let's look at the pound yen. This is pound yen on H1. Let's look at it on the H4 time frame. Thank you. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Pound yen on the H4 time frame. If we do see that bad news coming from the UK at 2 o'clock, you know, if we do see that minus 20%, close to minus 20% numbers, we could see that weakness in the pound, right? With that weakness in the pound dollar or in the pound, we could see that move downwards. I do think that we might see that move downwards. 50, 60 pip stop loss, 120 pip take profit. But I wouldn't be super keen on the, I'm just putting in that level there because it's hit and resisted a few times. I think that, you know, between the pound yen and the pound dollar, I'll probably be a little bit more interested in the pound dollar rather than the pound yen at this point, because we have seen, you know, some in the very short term, some US dollar recovery that could pull the yen, the US yen higher, which could pull the pound yen higher, which is happening right now. So because of that, with that news, I'll probably focus on the pound dollar a little bit more than the pound yen. We'll go into more details about the yen pairs tomorrow, but I hope that quick brief look at pound yen would help you there, Tracy. I hope so. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So yeah, I'm still super keen on the pound dollar and the New Zealand US dollar. We're just talking about that. The news, that big drop in that hour was about a 40 pip drop because of that news coming from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. But, you know, as usual, it was quite a big drop. We see that retracement back now, probably going to retest that 6590 level. So if you want to jump into a trade because of my analysis on the New Zealand dollar, you are too late. Don't jump into that New Zealand dollar right now. Okay, with that said, I don't see any further questions. Take it back, Daniel.
Okay. Thanks, Jin. Good summary on the New Zealand news and letting us know about the pound USD and pound yen trade ideas. So it's great. So I'm going to launch a poll. Please let us know what you think of this session. Let me get it in your. How do you think of this session of this webinar? Is it informative to you? You know, we're going to help you in your trading today. Great. I could see a lot of perfect. Loved it. We'll be back every day. That's good. So by the way, a recording of this video will be uploaded. So thank you for joining this session. Tomorrow is Thursday. So Thursday we'll be talking about the yen and gold. So do stay tuned and come back again tomorrow. See you then. Bye.